Luke chapter 15, verse 8 to 10. Luke chapter 10, verse 25 to 37 that I just called out. Luke 15, 11 to 32. So when you look at this, you're going to see, and you can also look at three different sections again. In the book of Matthew chapter 13 from verse 1 to 23, or Mark chapter 4 from verse 1 to 20, or Luke chapter 8 from verse 4 to 15. You also see the parable of the sower. The parable of the sower. The Lord is using the things of the world to make sense to you, to have the understanding about the things of the Spirit. So sometimes I explain to you and I talk about these things, but what you're going to ask yourself as a believer, because we need to see a change. There's no point coming out every Sunday or every Saturday, and then we talk about God and God and God and God and all this word and word. But it has no application in your life. It means nothing. Neither do you change your ways and things that is order to bring the power of God to bear in your life. Psalm 18, verse 25-26 talks about if you are shrewd with God, with your honesty and your integrity, then God will also be shrewd with you. You are stingy with the truth. You are stingy with obedience. You are stingy with a lot of things about God. How do you expect that God is going to be generous in the way He blesses you? He'll be stingy too. So when you see that the leaders, whether it's in the church or in the civic responsibility, and when they engage in those things in the way they represent you, in the way they lead you, for us as a spiritual director for your life, that if you trust your priests, your pastors, your evangelists, whatever, that they occupy a position, the gift that God has given to them, why are they shrewd with it? Instead of developing, flaming the gift to grow so that it will bring the service unto you and a blessing unto you. They put it in and they hide it, they cover it, they engage in behaviors that makes them inactive. So you don't expect that God and His power and the anointing He gave you is going to flourish and manifest when you are yourself is following Satan and working with him. The Lord calls you to look at these things in your life to see how those things, so that it will not be different, like what we're talking about last Sunday about the politicians. A political party decides to say, I don't know what kind of law is that in some places, but anyway, can a political party actually vote somebody, elect somebody? It's a legal entity, but it's not a human being. God did not give them a right to select the leader over them because it's a creation of a human being. But God created a human being. So how can the vote belong to a party? That's for them, but whatever their law is. But what I'm saying today is for you to understand that the political parties is more like lawyers. They draft agreements, represent your interests, and fight and advocate for you, solicit for you, do everything. They can even write a contract on their letterhead. That because their letterhead is on that contract does not make them a party to it. They are just witness. They are just your advocates, your advisors. They are helping you into that kind of a contract. And so also are the political parties. So the vote, can it belong to them or not? No, it doesn't, because they don't have the Lord is going to hold you accountable. That give them such a power to take your vote and choose somebody else to rule over you. It cannot be denied that you are going to be judged, because that was a choice you made to take your vote and give to somebody a platform or someone and say, choose somebody else to elect me or to rule over me and govern me. So as the soldiers around the world, you have to reflect about that and think about it. Is it possible that on that day of the judgment, the Lord will ask, what happened to the earth? I gave you the earth. As you sang, we sang in our song. And I gave you all the things in it. And say, who rule over them? Now come give an account of the earth that I handed over to you. And then you go, you say, oh, I gave my vote to a party. And they decided to put somebody else who decided to destroy the earth and decided to suffer you and pain. And then you start to curse God and blame God and grieve the Spirit of God. That's blasphemy. You caused it yourself. That's a choice you made. And everything you suffer is all caused by you. Then why are you cursing God? Why are you cursing His Spirit? Why are you cursing Christ? Why are you cursing me? Why are you mad at me? Why are you yelling at me? Why are you not say, oh, you haven't done this and done that for me? It's already been given unto you, as we know. So now hear about people, they go to church. They live all these other lives they live. And then they will come and they give an offering to God. And they think that God himself can take bribe. Can you imagine the foolishness of man? The servant and the slave says, oh, you like to profit where you did not sow. Then when they run into trouble, then they come to the house of the Lord and make an offering and pay a tithe. It's like the things you see in movies. You know, a mafioso, a borderer, a killer, a drug dealer, he kills a lot of people and engage in all kinds of atrocities, wickedness and evil, and then gather all the money. Then he take out some and you bury some, like the one that we were just talking about in Joshua chapter 7. Bury it and hide it. He's Lord. He has a lot of money in the servants. He's fine. He's comfortable. Then he takes come and go in the church and give an offering. Like you're going to bribe God. Or people, when they have a problem, they have no relationship with God. They are not interested in worshiping God or serving God or being good. But when it's not working for them, when Satan is after them, because Satan is not like God, who may be silent, may ignore you, may show mercy, may his kindness and compassion. And Satan they always work with decides to make life miserable for them. And then you hear them remember God and they will come and say, oh, here's an offering. And they walk out like God will take a bribe. What an arrogant and foolish thing to do. Do you come to tempt God? That's like the people of the hypocrite of the Sadducees and the Pharisees and the teachers of law, the hypocrites in Matthew chapter 23, verse 23. They thought that by coming to pay tithe, that all their sins and their ways will be covered and nobody will think about God. They will not be judged. And Christ said, woe unto you, danger is coming to you. You brood of vipers, destruction is coming your way on the judgment. You cannot bribe God by your offering. What will God do with your offering and thanksgiving? If it is coming from the heart that is soiled, that is not righteous, for a wrong purpose, it's coming so that the door will open for you, so that you get what you are asking for, so that things will be easy for you because you are suffering. Then you remember God.